this is Elizabeth Clare Brewington with Elton Brewington, and we are here with Discover Brightside, the podcast that discovers new people. And here we are, all the way flying over in virtual space to Australia. So, hi, Emily, and welcome to the Discover channel. Tell us all about your story and journey, and we'd love to hear from you.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you very much for having me. And I appreciate very much being part of your beautiful show. So my name's Emily. I've always struggled with health since I was a little girl. So I had lots and lots of issues with allergies, and I woke up every day with headaches as a child and really struggled with just doing life. I was super anxious and very much a sick little girl. And I think this is what has really sparked my journey into the world of health. I spent many years, in my, going through teenage years and into my 20s, not honoring my health and, drinking too much and partying and, doing all sorts of things that weren't conducive to health at all. And I had a career in the media and was working really hard in television production. And that's also very much a partying lifestyle. And I had quite a career that everyone really aspired to, and my parents were really proud of me and all that sort of thing. And then it came a point where I just wasn't happy. I knew I wasn't happy, and I had to admit it to myself. I wasn't healthy and I wasn't happy, and my body was telling me in all sorts of ways. So I quit my job, went traveling, and took a few months to find myself and reset. And then I ended up I came back and worked on what's called in Australia is a smoko truck. Have you heard of this term, Elizabeth, the
Oh,
smoko truck?
no, we haven't.
So smoko is morning tea in the bush, in the Aussie bush. They'll say, let's stop for smoko, which is morning tea. And so a smoko truck is a refrigerated van that drives around with food and snacks in it so that workmen can buy it. So I took a job as a smoko truck driver, which was considered in society a bit of a step back from where I had previously been. But in this time, I met some really interesting characters, and one of which was an entrepreneur. And I started my own business from there, kayaking, doing kayak fitness on the beautiful Maroochydore River down the road. And then I thought, what would be great to pair some yoga with this. I've always loved yoga. And it was a time when I was partying and in Sydney with my friends. Whenever I was doing yoga is when I felt my best in those times. And it was a way to connect me back in with my body, connect me back in with my mind, and connect me back in with that part of myself that was always calm, always happy. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. So then from there, I decided, right, I'm going to become a yoga teacher, which is what I did. And then from there, I started doing international yoga retreats, which I absolutely love. And then I began offering more and more things. So I have lots of online courses that help people do all sorts of things, whether it's gain muscle or connect with themselves spiritually, learn to meditate, learn to do yoga. And there's a company in the US that hosts lots of my courses actually called Daily Om, who you may have heard of. So then I started doing that. And then I decided so I'm now 44 years old. And in the last, say, 8 years, I felt my health I was really healthy for a period of time. And then as women do from about the age of 30 onwards, our body composition starts to change, which means we become less muscular. We tend to carry more weight. Our old fitness and lifestyle routines don't serve us in the way that they used to. And I just found myself becoming, less healthy. So I decided I need to do something more. And then I really dove into the female specific research around how to be metabolically fit and healthy, which means what do I need to eat? How do I need to move? What do I need to do for cortisol, for the stress hormone? What are all the pieces that science tells us that women need to do of this age and stage from sort of 35 right through to our menopausal years into our 60s to be happy? Because when we're under this and healthy, and when we're under this load, and I'm sure you can relate to this, Elizabeth, when the hormones are fluctuating, it has a major effect on all areas of our life. Relationships, our mood, our mental health can really suffer during these times of hormonal flux. So I then I gathered all the information. I put myself through this 100-day transformation program, which I've created to make sure it worked. And then I got 8 other people who I knew to join the program and see if it worked. And everyone has had incredible results from the test group. So then I went ahead and launched the 100-day transformation program last year, which has had many women, and is still currently many women moving through the program and experiencing these really great changes for themselves. So there's my story in a nutshell.
That is such a great story. We are getting into these vitamin supplements and, we going into a whole health age. And I was just talking to someone about menopause and mood swings and hot flashes. And you think it's like such a serious thing going on with you, but then when you find the right balance and find the right products and find the right exercises, like Elton and I swim, that's our thing. And I used to be a yoga teacher as well many years ago. um and I love to meditate. So yeah, so I can just see this whole journey, and I think it's incredible. I feel like when someone goes through a lot with their life, but then they take it and give it back to the universe in like teaching or empowering, then some magic with the karma happens, because now
Oh,
all that stuff that you went through, now you're giving back to the world. So I think what you're doing is incredible. Is there a book?
I have written a book, but I then transferred the book and made it into a program. Do you know Sadie Nardini? She's a famous US yoga teacher.
No,
It's
I'm not in the
she.
yoga world. I haven't been in it for
Uh,
many years. Yeah, but we've had people on our podcast do yoga and, with our group. So yeah, so we've
well,
had.
Sadie's hosting one of my the book. The book was called The De-Stress Express, which is goes through chapters of how to really overcome anxiety and work with the stress hormone. And then I turned that into a video. It was very much it wasn't really a passive book. You would read it one chapter at a time, and each chapter there would be homework and an activity that you'd have to do, whether it's a breath work or a yoga or journaling. And so it was really more conducive to a course. So it's on her site now.
Nice.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
Elton and I went to India, we stayed in these palaces that were converted into holistic health, where it's all Ayurveda. And so every morning you're woken up like 6 a.m. to do yoga. Now, for me, because I grew up with yoga, it was very easy for me to get back in it. But Elton couldn't, he couldn't sit on the floor. But it was kind of cute because they were used to Americans, I guess, so they did standing yoga, which I had
yeah.
never seen. But it's amazing how we've all transformed, as a culture with exercising. Um, so I love this idea of you launching a book with Sadie, all the things that you're doing. I any questions, Elton?
Well, what about your? Mine's a conversation.
Okay.
What about your new Brightside?
Yeah, I'll do the rapid fire.
Mhm.
But just say any question, just ask her a question.
Well, so I'm curious. What's your profile? Do you have a product that you were trying to help you cultivate? There's a framework of
Oh, that's
thinking.
right. How do people reach you and
Right.
what services do you offer? Good question.
Yeah, well, my main product, which can be received from anywhere in the world, is the 100-day transformation program. And it's a body recomposition program for women over 35, but well into their 60s as well, who are ready to most of my women come to me, they're already into wellness, but they're finding all the old things that they were doing aren't working. So if there's any women watching who are just ready to take their health and fitness to the next level and they want to learn, education is at the heart of the program. So after the 100 days, you can expect to, lose fat, gain muscle, but leave with an incredible knowledge base. So you'll never have to wonder how to look after yourself again. You'll never have to wonder what to eat, what to diet. We do all sorts of things that are there's not a one size fits all blanket. I coach women personally throughout the program, as well as them having pre-recorded video content to be able to absorb as much information, everything that I've cultivated over the last 15 years. And then they come out the other side super empowered, which is what I think differentiates my program from other programs. I think lots of other programs, women come out and the statistics tell the story. 80% of women who go on any sort of diet end up putting on more weight after the fact than they did before, because they've done all sorts of damage to their body in the meantime. So this is a very science-backed, efficient, smart way to recomposition the body. But it also taps into the spiritual side, because I've got that as well. So there's self-care every week. There's yoga or meditation or a breathwork practice every week, which is another really beautiful aspect. So people find it very transformative in more ways than just the physical, which I love. But I also do live retreats. So my next retreat your viewers might be interested in would be Sri Lanka in November. So it's the 24th of November to the 2nd December, in southwest Sri Lanka near Galle. And that's yoga, meditation. There's beach breaks nearby if people want to go surfing. We get lots of beautiful cooking classes and time in nature as well.
That is an incredible experience. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I've done lots of retreats all over the world over the last 12 years. So India and Spain and Thailand, Bali.
Yeah, Bali is becoming very popular here in the US. Everybody wants to go to Bali and Dubai.
Yeah.
Those are the two popular. But I love Sri Lanka. I think it's a great idea, and you're right near that ocean and the Maldives, and so I think it's a fantastic choice for a destination. So there you have it, everybody. Go. What's your website?
It's karmabeing.com. So as in good karma, Karma, being, being.com.
Wow. So there you have it. Go to her website and book your trip. And I know it's going to be fabulous just meeting you. So there you have it. And we'll get you some more information soon as well. So thank you for watching Discover Brightside. And don't forget to subscribe, share the video, watch it again so you don't miss the information about the 100 days and the retreat program. I think they're two separate things. But make sure you go to her website, get the information, and then watch for the rapid fire video, which we'll do next.